Alright, so we're back to red flags. But before we jump right back into that situation, I'm going to address the issue and the terminology of a beautiful retard. Now, I know the definition and the name sounds crude alone, but in 99.975% of the time, it is more than appropriate for certain individuals. Now, understand, this definition is not gender specific. It can be male and female. When it comes to a beautiful retard, this is someone who has passed the physical attraction test with flying colors, or at least a passing grade. But when they open their mouths and you find yourself scratching your head as you get a distinct glimpse of the echo chamber they call their mind, or when they do things that make you wonder, should their parents really been fucking and this is the reason why they stopped? Then you're in the presence of a beautiful retard. Now, if there are any other questions after that, I believe I could find quite a few examples, either on the internet or off it. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Another red flag to look for is bragging. Now, I know when you're sitting there and believing you can make it rain, or it's not tricking if you got it, and I do believe many people believe it is tricking. That's a part of it. But we're talking about people who brag about their status that they do have, or they perpetrate themselves to have. So that's what I'm going to address about the male side. But as far as the females, when you run a whole laundry list of your higher education, you know, your different degrees, what sorority that you're a part of, this chapter, this charter, I'm an Eastern Star, I'm this and that, I'm strong and independent. Now, after men usually undo the mental mute button, most cases are that red flag has been waved, and that'll be the end of the night. Well, unless it is an enabling dude who is hard up for what he wants. And then you have the lack of sense of humor. That kind of plays on the flexibility in a sense, but it does come to attitude, really. How is this person's attitude? Are they often tight-lipped? Uptight? Have a brick up their ass? Do they look at life as a glass half full or half empty? There's some things you got to consider. Because if you are outgoing and this person is an emotional train wreck, you're not going to make it. If you're liberal in a lot of standards and he's conservative to a fault, you're not going to make it. You just won't. Then you have things like begging. Jesus, and this is the simp and mangina special here. But this does go to the ladies as well. But to these males, and I use that term very loosely, if he is calling your cell phone numerous times, leaving voice messages, leaving 300 emails, text messages. You just left the date and he called you as soon as you got in your car. That's some bitch ass shit. Now on the other side of the coin, you do have some females that are clingy as hell. So, as a man, if you have a female who's trying to hang close to you, then you're nuts. Then obviously she's going to be a problem in the near future. And one of the last two things I'm going to talk about is really, how can I put it? There's got to be a way to put it here. Emotional baggage. Now, we all heard Erykah Badu's song about Bag Lady. And I know my brothers out here have ran into a number of these females who are bringing Louis Vuitton luggage, or whatever brand you put, it's still baggage. You hear about ex-boyfriends, miscellaneous baby daddies, mommy daddy issues, kids that they haven't told you about. Some things that tend to rear their ugly head and really question your judgment. Those are things you gotta look for. Now with males and a number of men, I've come to the understanding that we are not perfect. I've never said this nor advocate this. We all have problems. But then again, the bullshit has got to stop. But there's more to this series as we go further. So I appreciate your comments and input. And if there's anything else that I missed, I welcome that as well. This is Ronin Soul 75 signing out.